welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Under-16 Boys National Junior Classic Gold Medal game. It's the Bulleen Boomers taking on the Eltham Wildcats. My name's Jamie Hamilton, and I am joined by the Vic Country High Performance Coach, Nathan Cooper-Brown. Nathan, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Jamie. Pleasure to be here.
And before we get started, tell us a bit about your role and what you're doing at Basketball Victoria in this position.
Well, really exciting time for basketball in our state. Previously with two high-performance managers, one for country and one for metro, now being split into four roles, and myself taking on the country men. So obviously in charge of helping our players develop through the curriculum, coaching the coaches, preparing state teams, and hopefully seeing as many country athletes and coaches in green and gold as possible. So I'm just delighted to be involved at this kind of budding stage of a new development plan.
Definitely. And outside of that, winning the gold medal at the 2018 Under-15 Oceania Championships, and doing a bit of work with the Crocs as well, and steering the ship with the Southern Sabres in the NBL 1 men.
Yeah,
bit of a tough year for them, but much like your role with Vic Country, getting these younger kids and getting a lot of experience under their belt as well.
Yeah, look, I've been really lucky to get some opportunities representing my country is incredible honour, and being able to head coach, in Oceania was a wonderful experience. And yeah, look, this Sabres season has been just one of the most misfortunate seasons I've ever been a part of. But the shining light in it has been, working with some really talented youngsters and seeing them develop, and hopefully, helping them go on to bigger and better things.
Bulleen missing the first shot of the game. Big driving kick, attacking the rim. Tough finish there. Good job by Christian Ferronato.
Really nice to see some slow steps in the lane there, working with younger athletes, helping them read the second line of defense, and slowing down in the paint is a big key to that.
And then a turnover. Wildcats looking to push the ball. Augusta slows it down. Big screen set there. Tip pass. Great court vision. Augusta misses the three. Good ball movement by the Wildcats to start the game. Drives baseline, kicks it to the 45. Drives in. Good ball movement by the Boomers as well. Shot clock down to 3. Looking for a shooter. They find it. No good. Loose ball on the ground. Boomers recover it. Great hustle on the floor there. Another offensive rebound and then a foul. Johnston getting the O board, putting it back up. Missed the shot. And foul whistled on Augusta. First foul of the game.
Coach Cameron's going to be pretty upset if his boys keep giving up, 2-3 offensive rebounds in a possession like that. They're going to need to clean that up as they move forward through this game.
Johnston hits the first free throw. Been consistent all tournament. Has Johnston hits the second. 10.6 points a game.
Very extended pressure there by Bulleen.
And then dropping back into a zone. Good ball movement. Just rims out, does the three-point shot. And Ferdinando pushing it up. Nice Euro step. Tough finish inside. Daniel Johnston once again.
Shooter's roll.
The historically forgiving rims of the State Basketball Centre. Goes baseline, strong move. Absolute strength there, Bradley Morey.
got to have that sort of inside-out balance against the zone. Good to see Eltham get some points in the paint there.
And then pass blows through the hands of the Boomers, and the Wildcats are going to get possession. Wildcats gone undefeated all tournament. Such an explosive team, and when you're finishing like that, Bradley Morey once again, it's going to be tough to beat. Good ball movement by the Boomers at 45-3, and it's no good. Offensive rebound, not quite strong enough on that one, is Daniel Polsma. But Coach Cameron once again reminding his troops, you've got to box out, you've got to get those rebounds. This Bulleen team quite tall, and they're springy, they're going to get up for the rebounds. Oh, great play there by the Wildcats. Zana Gosta finishing off the beautiful cut.
Yeah, beautiful off-ball movement there on that weak side, that dive cut.
Gets a hand in the lane, Wildcats come up with it, and then they're going to keep possession. High intensity defense by the Wildcats so far. They're not letting anything, except for the offensive rebounds, they're not letting anything too easy.
Yeah, they're being physical around the paint, having to kind of bang bodies and get hands in and disrupt. And it's hurting Bulleen right now.
Augusta misses that layup, but another great cut. Great passing.
Should get their scoring going.
Ferdinando with a beautiful pass off to Remington. Big swing pass. Easy turnover there. Ferdinando takes it all the way, and it's no good. Another offensive rebound to the Boomers. Strong physical presence inside. And the Wildcats are pushing it. Euro step, tough finish, no good. Offensive rebound, and then Haj just rips it out of his hands and then turns it over straight away. Scrappy here to start the game, much like the women's game earlier. Nothing easy happening for both sides.
Definitely scrappy.
Corner three's up. Just rims out. And the Boomers look to push it. Another no-look pass by great finish. Daniel Johnston once again. Yep. 6 points early.
Jamie, that comes back to shot selection. A poor shot equals a turnover, and just taking long shots because you can't generate anything else tends to lead in a basket in transition the other way.
Ferdinando with a great up fake takes it to the ring. Speaking of taking it to the ring, just rims out there Johnston's shot. Wildcats going to slow it down here, look for a good one. It's been up and down for the whole of the first quarter. Just looking to get a good shot. Physical defense again. Boomers now looking to match that Wildcats presence on the inside. Head down looking to bowl through. Great passing there by the Boomers. Plenty of contact, no whistle. But they come up with their own rebound. Haas chases it down, and then three-point shots missed. And another offensive rebound. Coach Cameron must be tearing his hair out right now. And then a whistle's called to stop the play. Subs coming in both sides. Coach Cameron sitting down his bigs, saying, you're not playing well enough, you're not getting enough of those rebounds.
Loving the physicality thus far. These guys got to get used to playing this hard, playing with this sort of physicality if they want to play at the next level.
Certainly doesn't get any easier. Great passing by the Boomers. Corner three, just short. And great passing there by the Wildcats. Doesn't quite get a handle on it. Then Gosta follows it up and puts it in.
Corner three, again leading to a transition bucket the other end. And got to make sure those guys are filling defensive transition spots once that shot goes. Otherwise, they're just going to keep hemorrhaging points in pace.
And the Wildcats' defensive intensity leading to a really soft turnover there. This is what the Wildcats have been doing all tournament. Their intensity, their aggression has just been... Other teams have been getting scared and getting nervous, and then they've just been putting the foot down. Just rims out. Another offensive rebound. And then a foul called. And Darius Winata, is going to the line to shoot two. As you see, he just follows it up and then soft defense on the inside.
That amoeba zone that Bulleen is sitting in is really causing Eltham problems at the moment. Those guards have got to try and play in between the lines of the zone and see if we can get some of more of that off-ball movement that we saw previously from Augusta.
And talk to us about that zone. How is it different to a regulation, to what your stock standard 2-3 zone?
So it starts with a 1-1-3. It is really quite aggressive in staying into the ball. And you can see they're using Polsma as a little bit of a roamer in the middle of that zone with his length. And
deep three.
Deep three.
Offensive rebound. Smallest player on the court always manages to get the offensive rebound.
Now it looks more like a 3-2 here with Polsma up the top.
Changing it up a bit, not letting Eltham get anything and become too predictable. Tough shot there, rims out. Bulleen looking to run in transition. Good defense, tough finish through the contact. And he knows it as well. Polsma.
Really talented young kid, Daniel Polsma, and you can see there after missing a few, he wasn't going to miss that one.
No, looked like he was trying to shape up to throw it down, but body got in the way and he still finishes through the contact. Big swing pass. 7-second difference, shot clock, game clock, and a foul called on the tough drive to the rim by Henry Way.
Nice to see Eltham attack that zone on the skip pass, really go at those longer closeouts and try and get feet in the paint.
First free throw short there. Riley Lewis, excuse me. 9.4 points a game this tournament. One of the 8 Eltham members or teammates to have participated in the NBA Global Junior Championships last year. And Ferronato turns it over after getting the steal. Shot clock's ticking down. Great passing by the Boomers. Daniel Johnston finishing off. And that's quarter time here at the State Basketball Centre. Bulleen get the lead with that last second shot, 13-12. You liking what you're seeing so far?
Yeah, look, there's plenty to like. I think finishing is probably the biggest issue right now. Particularly if you're Bulleen and you've generated that many second chances and extra possessions, you'd like to think you'd have control of the scoreboard. And then Eltham also having to take tough shots against that changing zone. So I think if the finishing goes up, this game's going to open up a little bit, and we'll see some pretty good hoops.
Basketball Victoria Country Associations, take note. The under-12 skills days are back and are designed to offer junior basketballers the opportunity to receive top coaching to develop their skills at an elite level. Know of anyone who was born in 2008 or 2009 and can fall into that bracket? Head to bvcc.net.au, bvcc.net.au for more information. And we love our country basketball here. And some of these country basketballers are some of the best in the state. Some of these kids that you see coming out of these associations and don't necessarily get the opportunity to play VJBL every week, and having to travel to go play for metropolitan clubs, it's tough. As you see some of these Eltham kids coming from these regional areas. Bulleen pushing the ball up the court. Poor pass there by Polsma. Wildcats looking to push it in transition.
Seen that a lot on that baseline drive. Guys leaving their feet, trying to find passes and throwing turnovers. Got to play off 2 feet. Jump stops, value the ball. Can't throw those turnovers. Good inside out there from Eltham.
Great ball movement by the Wildcats. Be happy with that shot. That was a great executed play. Just the shot did not quite fall. Tough shot there. Great finish. Joel Foxwell.
Yeah, beautiful touch.
Bulleen extending this lead out to 3 now. Nothing easy coming. Bulleen playing high intensity defense here. Tough move inside. Poor shot selection. Shot clock running down. Got to heave up a shot.
A lot off balance shots from Eltham.
Speaking of off balance shots, not quite falling. Driving in. Great pass once again. Knocks down the 3. Joel Foxwell. 5 quick points off the bench. Extending this lead out.
Again, we see inside out. Really nice drag receiver spot there from the young fella. Setting his feet, knocking it down.
Great finish and the foul. Bradley Morey. Tough finish through the contact. Fouls whistled on number 34, Darius Winata.
It's been good for them more, providing a presence around the rim, finishing, and he's got good size and length to battle some of that size and length that we've seen from the Boomers.
Can he hit his free throws though? He absolutely can. Love it when the bigs can hit their free throws.
Amen.
Leads now at 3 for the Boomers. Eltham looking like they got a bit more of a pep in their step after that. Good D, tough finish, loses his feet again. Great ball movement here by the Wildcats. That's a tough shot. Just rims out. And then a fight for it. And a jump ball. And the Boomers are going to get possession back. Marcel Haj fighting for that rebound.
He's been good for them, Haj. He's not showing up on the scoreboard, but he's changing shots on defense. He's a presence around the rim on offensive boards. You can see there he generates an extra possession for the Boomers.
Get it in. Ball's in the corner. Fresh 24. Haj has it there. Bit of a mismatch in size here. Drives in, tough finish, and a foul's called. A bit too much contact there. Foul's whistled on Bradley Morey. It's another foul. Oh, that's his first personal foul. Polsman's going to go to the line here to shoot 2.
See another zone there from Eltham. Looked like more of a traditional 2-3. And Polsman looking to attack through the nail, through that middle corridor. And if Moore's going to be that center, or what we call X5, he's got to be more engaged. He's got to be ready to step up earlier and not pick up fouls on the shot.
Misses the back end. 4-point advantage here to the Boomers. Wildcats have the ball.
Back in the amoeba, the Boomers.
Almost loses it. Tough threes put up. Plenty of defense. And the Wildcats come up with it. Using his size, strong presence inside. Boomers wanted to travel, but it wasn't called. 45 threes up, and it's no good. Almost comes up with the offensive rebound again, does Morey. That's a poor pass there. And the Wildcats are going to come up with possession. You've got to value the ball. That was a really poor pass option there. And it cost them in the end.
Such a key phrase, valuing the ball. Limiting turnovers, trying to generate the best shot every possession. Just goes such a long way, particularly in junior basketball.
Tick under 5 minutes here in the second quarter.
Eltham looking to bring that third player inside. It was a good attack.
Oh, that's a tough finish there, Anton Stratov. Saw the shot clock was running down. Started to just drop his head, attack the ring, and it paid off for him. Another bad selection, another turnover with 2 feet in the air. Wildcats, tough Euro step, great finish. Strong move in there, Jai McAllister. One of those country boys out of Seymour.
Harrison Stones.
Oh.
Harrison Stones there. For,
Another Vic country boy out of Seymour.
Yeah. always warms my heart
And
to see those country guys scoring.
And then yet another turnover getting caught in the air.
Real problem in this game right now. One of the things that we hear from Peter Lonergan, from BA, he talks about, you can leave your feet to make a pass. You can't leave your feet to find a pass. And big difference with the athletes on floor today.
Tough move inside. Gets the friendly bounce, Anton Stratov. Stratov providing a good spark off the bench for the Wildcats. Not just today, but all tournament. 16 points in the first final against Mafra. Shot rims out there, and then a foul's called in the rebounding contest, and the Wildcats are going to come up with it again.
Good cut there by Foxwell. It's good to see the guards being really active off the ball, providing that movement and that inside presence.
Haj whistled for that foul. Bit too overzealous there. Wildcats looking good now. They've wrestled the lead back, 21-19. They definitely seem to be the more composed team, and that's what we're talking about a lot in the women's game. The composure, who's got it? It's a tough move there. Brad Morey. Could have been an offensive foul, but not called. Just using his size and his strength advantage. Good shot there, friendly bounce. Daniel Johnston once again, but again, leaving your feet. Lucky to find that pass, only found it at the last second. Wide open three. Zana Gosta.
He had that same shot
out there.
Had that same shot a few possessions ago, and just too much time that time and knocked it.
And another wide open three. Just rims out, but an offensive rebound. Haj providing the spark, and then Makrakanis, coming up with it. And a missed shot. Haj again providing a bit of energy and making things hard, and a terrible pass there. Game's breaking down a bit, getting a bit scrappy. Shot rims out, another offensive rebound, and yet another one. Missed shots. Wildcats eventually come up with it. And then another turnover, ball's on the floor. Wildcats recover. And then a missed fast break, and this game's really breaking down now.
Things getting away from both teams.
Haj, foul's called on the drive. And we can all take a breath.
Yeah, this is where point guards really come into the game. Understanding momentum, understanding the pace of the game.
Definitely.
What's happened in previous possessions. Do we need to slow it down, get through something? So those point guards really need to keep talking with their coaching staff right now and help improve that level of play.
Definitely. Morey whistled for that foul, and that's what we saw in the MVP in the women's game with Dallas Loffridge. You noticed it more when she wasn't on the floor. It was a lot more scrappy, a lot more frantic, and then when she was on the floor, she took control. And same with Yoshika Cook from Nunawading. You see them, they take a breath, they bring the ball up, they slow things down, and you notice that with those kind of next level players, when they're on the floor, everything slows down because everything slows down for them, and they can take a breath and relax it. And we haven't quite seen that yet from either of these teams, and who's going to be the point guard to just tell everyone, okay, let's take a breath, let's slow things down, let's run a good play.
In this era of positionless basketball, that position is still so highly touted and invaluable. So hopefully we do see those guards. Interesting to see what happens here. What the coaches are going to do coming out of this timeout. Try and change the pace of the game or provide their players an opportunity. It'd be good to see Eltham come out here with maybe a quick hitter or something against this zone, see if they can get maybe Morey inside again. And then for Bulleen, I think it's just a bit of a, hey guys, eyes to target, let's make some shots.
And then the 2 minutes before halftime, some of the most important time in the game is who's going to take the momentum into halftime, who's going to Can one of the teams put on 6-8 quick points and take a sneaky little advantage? As a great fast break and the pass fake. Jai McAllister sold some candy. And beautiful finish.
See Bulleen coming out in that arrow press, that diamond press out of the timeout, but Eltham able to break it and get a transition.
Easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Haj has it at the wing, kicks it at the top. Shot clock's down to 5. Wildcats not making anything easy. Bulleen needs something. That's a tough mid-range shot. Wildcats will be very happy with that possession. Nothing easy. Off the foot, and then he hits the deck as well. And a fast break to the Boomers. Far too easy. Daniel Johnston. Scrappy game.
It's kept Bulleen in it. It really has.
Thought about the shot, decides against it. Game clock ticks under 1 minute. Then he decides to take the shot this time. And then violation there. Boomers are going to have the ball.
See Coach Cameron talking with Harry Stones there about trying to get a better shot through some ball movement.
Not the shot they were looking for there. Ferdinando bringing the ball up the court. Big cross-court pass, and then the pass fake, Ferdinando. And then he almost threads the needle, but another turnover that didn't need to happen. Wildcats looking for a 2-for-1 here. 19-second different shot clock, game clock. Get a good one. Almost turns it over.
Nice
Great
pass.
passing.
Yeah.
Wildcats passing all morning has been fantastic. Harry Stones with a great finish inside.
Need a really good look here. Need a high percentage shot to finish the half.
Shot clock's turned off. Game clock down to 10. What can they do?
Staying in that zone.
Ferdinando, tough shot. He gets his own rebound, puts it back in. And a half-court heave. And that didn't look too bad, but that's half-time here at the State Basketball Centre, the National Junior Classic Boys Under-16 gold medal game. Wildcats have a 4-point advantage, 30-26. What have you liked out of what you've seen so far?
I like the use of the amoeba zone by Bulleen. I think that's something that a lot of coaches don't see too often. Particularly on a Friday night, and Eltham kind of running a traditional 3 out 2 in. They're trying to swing the baseline, trying to go inside out and get some high quality shots. But there's enough length and determination by guys like Haj that are making life difficult for Eltham, and it's kept them in it, from defense, from the defensive side of the ball, and then obviously on offense. I mean, I love to see the stats, but it's got to be 12 or 15 boards, I reckon, by this stage by Bulleen, and that's tenacity. That's guys that have come here today that want to win. They're being competitive, and they're turning one shot into 2 or 3, and if you're Eltham, you'd be worried about those starting to go down. So obviously, they're the two things there. It was nice to see them extend the pressure as well. So they're trying different things. And again, like I said before, I think if they start making shots, this game's really going to change. Eltham, when they got the ball inside, they looked good. Whether it was inside out, for kick out threes, or they were able to get Morey going. Or if it was in transition, they broke that pressure coming out of the timeout, created a 2v1, nice ball fake by McAllister, and he finishes. So when those guys are getting around the rim, when they're keeping pace in the game, they've been able to get the scoreboard ticking over. Defensively, the 2-3 zone, as much as it's kind of generating some of the shots that they would like, some of those tough floaters or some semi-contested threes, I think it's hurting them on the boards. These guys don't understand, what's their box out assignment when in the zone. So we'll see whether they stay in it for the second half.
Absolutely. Wildcats going to have possession of the ball to start the third quarter. They have a narrow 4-point lead, 30-26. It's the National Junior Classic Under-16 Boys gold medal game. The undefeated Wildcats taking on Bulleen, who only had the one loss so far. Shot clock's ticking down. Misses the turnaround hook.
It's a shot they want. There's Morey, getting a pretty good look at the rim. Needs to finish that one.
Driving baseline, turnaround. He's stuck there, got double teamed, gets it right back, takes deep two in the corner instead. And the Boomers going to keep possession. 50-50 call there.
After that penetration by Polsma on the kick out, the ball's got to get reversed. They've got to get the ball the other side of the floor and attack those longer closeouts. Can't come back to the same side. That's where the D already is.
Boomers ball. Pretty much a fresh 24 here. Starts to take it himself. Plenty of contact. Foul's called from behind. It's called on Harry Stones. That's unlucky there. Morey puts his body on the line. If there's no little contact there, that was almost certainly an offensive foul.
Yeah, foul discipline is such a big part of the game. We talk about it a lot at international level. And, you've got a guy like Morey who just did exactly what you said. He stepped up, he sacrificed his body. But, those hands in the back and push or reaches, just kill those opportunities. We got to be better as a nation in playing without fouling.
Gets a lucky break there, misses the free throws. Wildcats have the ball looking inside. Great ball movement. Gets stuck, kicks it back out. Shot clock's down to 6. Got to make something happen. Big screen set at the top. And then a wide open three, and it just rims out. Good offensive possession there by the Wildcats. That's 2 in a row. They've just got to start converting those shots.
Really like that possession. They went inside out, got some penetration through the pass. And then late clock, got to the middle ball screen, attacked, froze that middle channel, were able to kick and got an uncontested
Everything
one.
Perfect except the shot. Christian Ferronato with that foul. Playing good defense as well. Nothing's coming easy here for the Boomers. A tough shot. It's no good. And then a foul called on the rebound. And everyone's a bit perplexed with that one. Johnston, a little bit too much contact there on the rebound, but maybe a little bit of sauce put on that. Either way, Wildcats have the ball. Ferronato brings it up the court. Part of the Vic Metro program this season. Heading up to Darwin in a few weeks.
Another
shots put
kick.
up. Zana Gosta with a 3. And then they're running it in transition, are the Boomers. And then a tough foul call there. That's a bit unlucky. Harry Stones bites his tongue, accepts the call. Boomers ball on the baseline.
Gosta's enjoying, setting up on the perimeter, knocking down a couple of threes in this game off penetration.
Speaking of putting up threes, no good there. Big rebound pulled down. There's a lot going on. Body's hitting the deck. Boomers somehow recover with it. Kicks it out to the 45. Thought about it. Smart decision to pull it out. Tough drive, plenty of contact, no whistle. Good D, stepped up.
Good D.
Plenty of contact there, right in front of us. Nobody saw it. Jump ball call. Boomers are going to come up with it. We've got instant replay right here if they need it.
I really like Riley Lewis there for Eltham being aggressive in that forward position in the zone and stepping up and catching that penetration early.
Unlucky there, did not quite pay off for him. But the Boomers have it. Driving in, there he is again, playing good D. Nothing easy's coming. Good passing, shot clock's ticking down. Got to make something happen. Tough shot there by Haj. Gets his own rebound. And then another offensive rebound and a foul. And Haj is just an absolute energy machine.
He really is. He's their motor right now.
He's up for every rebound. He's putting up every shot. He's making things happen for the Boomers, and the Wildcats don't know how to stop him.
Yeah, that's been their offense all game. They've struggled to get something early, whether it's through their motion or their sets. And then it's just, can we outwork these guys? Can we go get another possession? And Haj is a big part of that.
I'd like to see his offensive rebound stats. He's probably got a double-double just on offensive rebounds and points alone. And then an easy turnover. Might have been a foul. And gets that. Wow, what a great block. And then Wildcats pushing it. Nearly a bit of contact there. Great passing. And then a tough finish. Brad Morey once again.
Eltham love transition.
Shots put up. It's a bit short. Hustle for the rebound. Great hustle. Doesn't quite pay off for him. 3-on-1 numbers advantage here for the Wildcats. Foul's called. And the basket. And the Wildcats are happy with that. Christian Ferronado. Little pit bull. Plenty of strength going on there.
We spoke about it earlier about shot selection, and there was Ferdinando for Bulleen taking that early three. Long rebound, long shots equal long rebound, and Eltham's out into transition again, and now they've got a three-point play. And if you're the Boomers coach right now, you're really hammering that home to your group. We're valuing the ball through taking great shots because Eltham loves to get out and run, and we want to try and stifle that. So hopefully that's the message right now.
The July school holidays are right around the corner, and what better time to spend with your friends than competing in 3x3. The Melbourne United VJBL are hosting a 3x3 tournament right here at the State Basketball Centre. Entries close June 27. Head to vjbl.com.au. vjbl.com.au and click on the 3x3 tab. And 3x3 is changing the way basketball is played all across the world. And you've even seen it with some of these guys. They can take it from the perimeter all the way to the rim, finishing through that contact. And that's definitely something that the Australians have been pretty good at. It's shown so far.
Couldn't recommend 3-on-3 highly enough for young basketball players, who want to work on their 1v1 offense and their ability to create for themselves and for others. And it's so good for our younger ones, under 10s, because they might play a 5-on-5 game where they hardly ever touch the ball. Yeah. This is where the ball's in their hands. They're loving the game. They're getting better. So 3-on-3 has been great for our country.
I think just as everyone talks about 3x3, it's all offense, it's shots, it's taking to the rim, but it's forcing everyone to learn how to play one-on-one defense as well. Stop your player, keep your player in front of you. Just like the Wildcats are doing here, not making anything easy, coming up with the turnover. And look at the Wildcats bench, they are up and about, very happy.
Great point. You got to see the value of 1v1 defense right there. That's sensational. We, again, talk about that from a national team perspective. Going through the Asia route now of how talented a lot of these Asian countries are and being able to create 1v1, we've got to be able to guard people.
And you see that a lot in the Asian style of basketball with like Philippines and Korea and Japan. It's a lot of one-on-one. It's people putting up tough shots and getting to the rim and finishing through the contact. A traveling violation there. Wildcats playing excellent defense. Look at the Wildcats bench. They are up and about, very happy with the way their team is playing. Nothing easy coming for the Boomers.
Polsma, getting frustrated. He's trying to get his team going, but drove in the middle of the zone. Collapse three defenders is what you want to do. He's got to be able to kick that thing out and find shooters.
Good defense there by the Boomers. Polsma stopping his man. And here he is taking a three. Just rims out. He deserved that one after excellent defense. And then an easy turnover. But the Wildcats playing good defense. Diving on the ball, loose floor. A jump ball called. Love that energy. Love seeing the players hitting the deck, acclimatizing themselves with the paint.
That's what a final's all about, isn't it? Putting your body on the line, doing whatever you can to help your team be successful.
And as the high performance manager and coach looking for these players, how big is the effort like that to you when you're looking at these new players?
Yeah, well, one of our selection criteria is competitiveness. And we're really looking for guys
Great block there.
that work hard, that go get to the glass, that dive on loose balls, because we know that also translates into them getting in the gym on their own. They want to do the extra work. They're going to get better.
that in football terms, that the 1%ers, the things that don't necessarily come up on the stats, just like that. A bit of afters going on here. Johnston's playing hard. Both teams playing hard.
This is great.
You like a little bit of that?
This is great. This is exactly what we want to see. You know, we want to see two teams really fight, you know, be passionate about their clubs and really go at one another in the fairness of the game.
Yeah, good officiating. Just nothing too bad happened. Just calm everyone down. Take a bit of time. It's just going to happen in under 16 boys and in finals. You've got to play hard. Tough shot. It's too short once again. Bulleen relying on these threes a little bit too much at the moment.
Yeah, it's really hurting him right now.
And then at the other end, a three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound. And then another three. It's breaking down here, getting a bit scrappy. A foul called on the rebounding situation.
Chris Cameron upset with that call from the official. You know, he's finally seen his guys kind of go at the glass the way Bulleen has, and instead we get a whistle and we're going the other way. And
that's the fifth foul of the quarter. Boomer's going to walk all the way down the other end of the floor, shoot 2 free throws. That's a coach killer.
Yeah, but this is the foul discipline one we were talking about, and it really ties into the USA. You know, how do we beat the USA? Because that's obviously what we're striving for. You know, all these kids want to represent their country.
Definitely.
We obviously want to have the success at those sort of tournaments. You know, second chance points, the free throw line, and points off turnovers play such a huge part in getting those sorts of victories. So helping our kids understand that now is important.
Splits the difference.
See Polsma throw his hands up there.
For once, it's not me who gives the commentator's curse. Got to make sure when I'm calling your Sabres games that I don't talk about free throws when they're at the line.
Yeah, please stop that.
Almost turns it over, but they get it straight back and then puts up a three. Anton Stratov.
Big shot.
Knocks it down. Momentum swing back, and just like that, it's a 13-point advantage the way of the Wildcats. A foul called there on Stratov. And he sent Winata to the line to shoot 2 bonus free throws.
And again, you know, Eltham hits a big three, you know, really kind of starting to impose their will on this game, and then it's a cheap reach. You know, and now Bulleen gets 2 free points, and they get a bit of life back into things. So they just got to understand, you know, what those fouls do to the game.
And that's what the Boomers need to do if they want to wrestle this lead back. Draw those cheap fouls, go to the line, turn the clock off, get some 3 points.
Great cut.
Great cutting. Just picked off. Haj has his fingers all over it again, the energy machine. And Boomers are going to come up with the ball.
Yeah, that's where Morey's just got to keep developing that relationship with his wings. You know, great dive cut from Ferronato. He's just got to hold his position. Those guys would end up with a layup.
Makrakanis checking in for the Boomers. Tough shot, plenty of defense. Poor shot selection in the end. Morey comes up with it. Makrakanis straight in, picks the pocket. That's got to be on someone else to let him know, you know, you got someone coming.
Have to communicate on both sides of the ball. It's not just a defensive non-negotiable.
Johnston, nice great pass, big to big. Foul's called. Thought his hands were straight up, but definitely a foul there.
Much better offensive possession there from Bulleen, and you know, instead of pinging away from the 3-point line and hoping those, you know, long shots get you back in the game, they go high-low, they go to Haj. The guy's been working for him, and they're back at the free throw line.
Lewis whistled for that foul there. Not happy about it. Haj hits his first free throw.
If you're Bulleen, you love that clock stopping too. You know, giving
Definitely.
you extra time, understand how to control the game.
Leads cut back down to single digits. It's a 9-point advantage to the Boomers. 90 seconds left in the third quarter.
Boomers back to the 3-2 zone with Polsma at the top.
Great ball movement by the Wildcats. 3-point shot rims out. O-board. Tough shot. Gets bailed out a bit there with the foul.
with that lead, the energy of Eltham's, really gone up a notch, and now they're attacking the glass like we saw Bulleen doing in the first half.
Augusta checks back in for the Wildcats. Stratov takes a seat. He's played excellently in this third quarter. So if you've got a player who's playing with the energy that Stratov is, you need them in the fourth quarter. When do you give them a rest at the start of the fourth quarter, or would you go the end of the third quarter and then let them run through?
Yeah, look, obviously it's situational, but if you can pinch an extra minute at the end there, extend that 2 minutes to 3 minutes, it's always really handy. You just got to have the other guys on the floor that can buy you that time by not hemorrhaging any more points.
Yeah, definitely. Pass is tipped, turned over. Ferronato taking it. Good passing, and then there he is once again. Makrakanis getting his hands in there, tapping the ball out. He's provided a great little defensive spark off the bench here for the last minute or so for the Boomers. Johnston's going to take a seat here. Bloomington checks in, averaging 11 points.
Johnston needs to stay aggressive in that zone. He's trying to attack it and create a split and find it. He's got to be cleaner on his passing.
Boomers ball here. Wildcats ball. Boomers in that zone again. Augusta thought about it. Shot clock ticks down. Running the clock down here. Great ball movement. Big man inside. Gets blocked. Boomers pushing it. Makrakanis takes it all the way. And an offensive foul. Putting his body on the line there was Ferronato. Good call there by the official. But it's okay seeing Makrakanis do something like that, I think. He's showing that he's willing to do that. He's willing to do the hard things. And
sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just need a guy to kind of just to go hard, get a charge call and just show his teammates, hey, like we're still going right now. This thing's still alive.
Just like that, he takes a seat. Good ball movement here. Shots up. Augusta just off. Boomers pushing it in transition. Kicks it to the corner. Thought about the shot. Gives it to the trailer in Haj. Wide open three. And Darius Winata, that's exactly what the Boomers need right now.
Big shot. And it came back to that ball reversal we were talking about.
Tough shot inside, no good. Comes up with the offensive rebound. Shot clock's ticking down, and he stepped on the line. 0.3 on the clock. Boom's going to have the ball. Not enough time to get a proper shot off. And we've played 3 quarters here at the State Basketball Centre. The under-16 boys National Junior Classic gold medal game. Wildcats with an 8-point advantage, 45-37. Boomers looking pretty good toward the end of that third quarter. Energy really stepping up there a bit.
Yeah, what a great possession to finish the quarter there. Get into transition, attack down the right lane, collapse the defense, hard ball reversal, and there's Winata wide open, and he sticks a three, and those guys get some real momentum now going into the final term.
Now, you played with Chris Cameron for a season back in the day, so safe to say you know him better than anyone else. What's he telling his boys right now? What's the main message going into the fourth quarter with this 8-point advantage?
Well, they've had some real success in their zone, so I expect them to continue to do that and talk a little bit more about where they're getting their shots from and how that's going to minimize some easy transition possessions for Bulleen, because that's where the game kind of opened back up again, where those guys were able to play with a bit of freedom. So I think he probably sticks with the zone coming out here, but I think it may be a set or maybe just talking about their motion and can we get the ball inside to Maury, can we get Ferronato downhill and just get back to some of those high percentage shots and see if they can get back to controlling the game.
We've had an amazing National Junior Classic this year, and we could not do it without the continued support of Basketball Victoria's partners. We'd like to thank our major partners and sponsors in Spalding, and 1 and 2K Sports. Did you get a chance to head out to the the 2K booth on Saturday?
Yeah, well, I had to give away my 2K, all my 2K paraphernalia because I wouldn't get any work done. That's a quality product that is way too distracting for someone like me.
Absolutely. Wildcats have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Great ball movement once again, and Agosta's wide open and he misses that one. And there's a battle for the rebound, and the Boomers going to come up with it. Wildcats' ball movement has been pretty good all game.
Yeah, really nice penetration from Farinado. You know, kick out to Agosta, who's hit a couple today. You don't mind that three.
And there's a three for the Boomers. Joel Foxwell off the bench.
He's been a real spark plug.
He's definitely helped. His points per minute will be through the roof.
Big three from Bulleen, really changed the momentum of the game. You can see they've got extra energy in this possession.
Once again, great ball movement by the Wildcats. Nothing coming easy though. Lots of energy this possession. Got to heave up a shot. That's tough. He's fading away. And a shot clock violation. Wildcats are Boomers are up and about at the moment.
Yeah, they got the penetration and pitch like they did before. Augusta throws it back inside to Maury. That one's got to go up. That one's got to be a layup opportunity.
Driving in. Extra help and a traveling violation. Great defense there by the Wildcats. Game of chess at the moment. Nothing coming too easy.
Got to play off 2 feet. Particularly against the zone when you drive into traffic, that jump stop, that 2-foot stop is really important for junior basketballers.
You can see throughout the game it's cost the Boomers plenty of possessions that should have otherwise been shots or been not a turnover, as Wildcats turn it over here. Transition three, it's too short. Foxwell gets the rebound. Just misses the shot there. Nothing coming easy, looking for the 8-second violation here. Great defense by the Boomers. They're up and about. Wildcats are rattled here. Got to get an easy shot now.
Extended pressure by Bulleen. Presence of mind for those lane runners. Come back to the ball, provide some opportunities to get the ball up and over.
Let's see if they can convert here. Got a few of their bench players on as well, so these bench players really providing a good spark. Wildcats almost come up with a turnover there.
Good D there by Augusta.
Shot clock down to 14 while Boomers ball on the sideline.
Staying in that zone that we spoke about.
Almost turns it over. Foxwell has it, puts up a three, and knocks it down. Just like that, it's a 2-point game.
He's the microwave. Fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Plenty of energy going on here from the Boomers. A late whistle there. That was definitely a foul.
Took them a long time to get that angle, and that's what they needed. Getting downhill, back to that high-low, finding Maury around the rim with a little bit more space and a better angle on the backboard to convert. And these are the kind of possessions that you want when you've got a lead.
Polsma whistled for the foul there. Maury's at the line again. Trying to slow it down here. Now it's the Wildcats that need to take a deep breath and see if they can control anything. Johnston checks back in for the Boomers. He's not going to take any backward steps at all. See if he can keep this going.
Coach Savadini had a...
No way.
That's a heat check.
Offensive rebound though, Haj. And then a foul called. And the Boomers are up and about here.
If Coach Savadini had a quick hitter, that's where you'd want it. You've got Foxwell feeling good. Instead of just a one-pass heat check and you're relying on a guy like Haj to clean up the glass, run something. Get it through his hands a couple of times and then get him a high-quality look and see if he can build on his heat right now.
Harsh hits the first. It's a 3-point game. Friendly roll on the second one. Wildcats need a good one here. They need to slow it down, get a good shot.
Back to that swinger play, swinging the baseline through.
Ball's in the corner. There's a Goster. And boy, did the Wildcats need that.
Big shot.
Just wrestling back a little bit of that momentum. Tough shot there, Foxwell. Friendly roll. Where's he been all morning?
Still feeling it.
He's not letting any size mismatch scare him off. As a foul gets called on Remington for the reach around. And everyone now just takes a deep breath.
If you're Eltham, you want to go right back to that swinger play, sending that cutter through the baseline, see if you can maximize on it again.
Augusta has it here. This time he's in the opposite corner. Tough pass. That's a tough shot. Plenty of contact. And a foul's called. Got bailed out a bit there. Did Ferronato. As we look at the replay, drives in. Tough call there. Boomers going back to their bench. On comes Polsma, excuse me. Hopefully he can slow things down a bit and get a good one. Ferronato hits the first. 15.4 points per game. Leading the way in this potent Eltham team.
Another one of those talented Metro kids coming through the pathway.
One of 8 Wildcats to represent at the Junior NBA Championship. Has got a fast break. And Boomers are up and about now. Remington. Polsma. Keep confusing those two.
It's a big play by Remington, creating another possession, finishing on the break.
Ferronato, Euro step, left hand. Oh, that would have been a good finish, but an O-board. And then a foul called. Morey with another offensive rebound.
Foul on Haj. The two bigs today really battled one another.
That's only his third. He's still all right. Doesn't have to be too worried yet. Bit of a push off, not called.
Horn set here from Eltham. Pick and pop.
Drives in, kicks it to the corner. Shot's no good. Offensive rebound, takes it all the way, dumps it off. Terrible pass, no one was there.
Good catch.
Boomer's got to talk. Great finish. There's Remington, and that's exactly what they needed. And just like that, scores are tied. Boomers are up and about. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left in the game. We are locked at 51 apiece.
Big play there in transition. Another one of those cheap turnovers from Eltham. Got deep in the lane, kind of didn't really have the pass. Throw something back and bouncing it back through the paint. That's a low percentage play. And then Bulleen was off to the races, and there's Remington again. Finishing at speed, and the big momentum going into a costly timeout for Coach Cameron to have to call there with 4 minutes to go in the game.
Wildcats haven't really had too much of a scare so far this tournament. Their closest win, going undefeated all tournament, their closest win 10 points. So let's see how they can go in the crunch. See who are they going to go to. They've got plenty of experience. Got a few Vic Metro and then Harry Stones, of course, representing Vic Country. 8 of these boys are representing Asia Pacific at last year's Junior NBA Global Championship. So they've got this experience. They've got this. They know what to do in the big moments, and let's see who's going to shine through. And then for the Boomers, having 2 Vic Metro squad members as well. So let's see who can step up here. That's a tough 3.
Yikes.
That's not what the Wildcats were looking for.
That is definitely not the shot you need to take coming out of a timeout.
Tough shot there. Great look.
Johnston.
Exactly what the Boomers needed. Perfectly executed play. Farinata drives in. Eurostep gets himself right to the rim. Wowee, what a move.
Big time player making a big time play.
Farinata been consistent all tournaments, stepping up when his team needs him. Foxwell's on here for the Boomers. Johnston, crossover, one way goes the other, pulls up, just short. Risky pass. Farinata, great pass, kicks it to the corner, pulls it back out, slows it up. Farinata goes to the ring again, kicks it out. Nice move
Good
there.
footwork, yeah.
Great move there, Morey. Perfectly executed play there by the big number 11 in red.
Good to see him not settle.
Foxwell just rims out. Wildcats looking to slow it down here. Big screen set in the middle of the court, and another one. Farinata, tough pass. Back into the corner. Thought about it. Decides to go to the rim instead. Great move. Anton Stratov. Nice left-hand finish there at the rim.
Good take there, late clock. Got his head on the rim. Good finish with the outside hand.
Made the right decision there. Thought about the three. Decides to take it to the rim instead. Into the corner. Foxwell has it at the top. Drives in. Great pass there to Haj. Perfectly run play there. Marcel Haj really stepping up off a great pass there from Foxwell.
Yeah, good to see Foxwell get inside there, not ping away another three.
Augusta, big three! Exactly when his team needed him, and it's a 5-point buffer.
4 threes today from Augusta, shooting a pretty good clip.
Haj has it in the corner. Big swing past Foxwell. Deep two. Big offensive rebound. Good D. Foul's called though.
You see Haj and Foxwell, they have a bit of chemistry there. Haj is, I think, has rebounded, every other Foxwell shot. He's just anticipating that thing going up early. He's getting great position and finds himself back at the free throw line.
That foul there on Riley Lewis. Haj is at the line, hits the first.
Can't remember seeing him miss from the line today.
He's having himself a good old game. He's Haj. Hits them both as well. Commentator's curse not working that time.
Gotta love it.
Can't miss your free throws in the crunch time though. He knows exactly what he needs to do.
Back to a bit of motion. They swing Augusta.
Augusta in the corner. It's short. Haj pulls down another board. He's probably up to 50 rebounds so far this game. Slows it up. Transition three. No good. And Wildcats let it run out. Clock stops, minute 5. Eltham with a 3-point advantage, 60 to 57.
Coach Savadini would have wanted a better shot than that after the stop.
Wildcats looking to run the clock down a bit here. Use as much of this 24 as they can. Step back three, thought about it, decides against it. Goes inside, good option. Turn around, left hand, no good. Big offensive rebound. Farinata.
No timeout from Bulleen.
Tough pass there. Got a bit out of control.
Oh.
Hands tipped there. Wildcats come up with it. No foul called. 3-on-1 advantage here. Takes it all the way himself.
Still no timeout.
That's out to a 7-point buffer. Bulleen need a big score here, and that's a tough finish by Cooper Ferdinando.
There's a timeout from Eltham.
And the Wildcats call a timeout. 20 seconds left. 5-point buffer. Wildcats 64 to the Boomers 59. What are they looking at here from the Boomers?
You got to get a quick three. It's a 2-possession game. Can you get your quick three, and then it's press. We're up, we're in. There's enough time. You can go for the steal early. You don't necessarily have to foul straight away, but you'd want that call available from the sideline. Because their next foul does send them to the line, and then they've got they've got timeouts available to advance the ball. So kind of clock management in favour here of Bulleen.
So going to try to get the steal off the inbound and then fouling straight away. You're not worrying about who you're sending to the line.
You know what? Like, if you can, definitely.
Yeah.
At this level, really more about can we foul smart and can we foul quick?
Yeah. Got to be careful with the new unsportsmanlike. Make sure you're playing the ball, playing smart here. Get it in, and a jump ball call.
Oh wow!
And the Boomers have the possession with the arrow. That's a massive call.
They thought they were going to foul, and didn't protect it, and Bulleen picks up the stop that they needed. No timeout to advance.
Looking for a three here. Foxwell heaves up a shot, and he banks it home. Oh my goodness, and it's a 2-point game.
Outstanding from Foxwell. What a joy to watch.
Oh my goodness. He has been on fire off the bench for the Boomers.
So there's that quick three that we were talking about.
Executed perfectly. Not too much time run off the clock either. They've still got 9 seconds.
And Eltham now out of timeouts. Bulleen still has 2 in hand. So if they can get another one of those stops they just generated, I mean, the game's really in their control. So it'll be interesting to see if they come out and stay in that man and switch and see if they can apply further pressure to the inbounder right here.
You don't really want a jump ball here, though, because that'll take some time off the clock and they don't have possession with the arrow. So you're going the steal and then going the foul?
Yeah. Can we get a quick steal? Can we swipe up at the ball? Can we pop it out early? Maybe a second, second and a half. If they're able to get it out and make that extra pass, then we're quick on the foul and we're looking to extend the game.
Are you calling overtime? You going overtime? Or are we
yeah,
going
I'm going to call OT. Let's do it. Good to
Wildcats ball, get it in, and there's the quick foul. Smart play. 1.5 seconds run off the clock here. Haj whistled for that one. That's his 4th though. Can't let him get any more.
Riley Lewis to the line.
Got to hit the first here. Big free throws here from the left-hander. He misses the first. Commentator's curse. I got to stop talking during free throws. That's the big one, though.
Plenty of time.
Because if he hits this, Boomers can call a timeout. And he misses them both. 7 seconds left. Foxwell has it. And a foul called.
Fouls to give.
Plenty of time. Smart play there.
Smart foul.
Still got 2 to give. And then the Boomers call their timeout. 3.4 seconds on the clock. It's a 2-point game. Do you go the win or do you go the easy 2 and go overtime?
I'm a extend the game coach. I just get the bet, get that easy shot.
Yeah.
Try and get a 2. Try and keep the game going. Because if you hit that 2, and you tie it going into OT, like you have the momentum. You usually have the juice to go
100%.
with you. Interesting here will be the fouls to give by Eltham. They've got that extra foul to give. They can be really smart here and see if they can take a little bit extra time off the clock. But Bulleen does have that timeout in hand.
Definitely. Again, the Wildcats have to be careful. If they're going foul, when do you foul? Making sure that the Boomers player isn't in the shooting motion and making sure they're playing the ball and it's not an unsportsmanlike.
Well, it'll be really predicated on what sort of play we see coming out of this time. Is it something around the rim? Is this some curling action heading towards the basket, or are they throwing it inside the Polsma? And if he's that deep, do you risk going for the foul if they're going to be turning going into that shot on the catch?
Who are the Boomers going to here? Who's the play going to be run for?
Well, you got to think either Foxwell with the hot hand or Polsma with his size and length around the rim.
Haj is inbounding. Wildcats have put the big Lewis on the ball. 3.4 seconds left here. Wildcats by 2. They get it in. Shots up. And it's no good. And the Wildcats just sneak home over the Boomers. And aren't they happy? Undefeated all tournament. Could have been a foul there at the end. But the refs letting the boys sort it out themselves. Eltham just sneaking home 64-62. And what a game. What a game. That's all I can really say.
That is exactly the kind of game you want for a final.
Absolutely.
Both teams going at it, taking it down to the wire. You get a last-second shot opportunity. Awesome for all the fans and parents and all the people who have come in today. And it's one of the things that makes this such a fantastic tournament.
We're going to throw down to Steve in a second to have a chat with Eltham coach Chris Cameron when he can. All right, let's send it down to you, Steve.
I've done this for a while.
Chris Cameron, Eltham Wildcats under-16 head coach of the national champions. How does it feel?
Yeah, pretty good actually. It's been a really hard weekend for us. We've trying to take it one game at a time. I'm immensely proud of them. They've done everything I've asked, and basketball's a great game. It goes both ways. They're always going to make runs, and I thought we were really good at negating that and doing what we had to do.
It has been a massive tournament. What do the guys mean to you throughout this entire weekend?
Look, it's fantastic coaching. It's hard because coming from a playing background, when you coach, you've got no control. So having them do what you ask and seeing them evolve over the weekend, it makes you really proud.
And throughout the game, it seemed like Bulleen threw everything and the kitchen sink at you. How did you continue to respond?
Well, we knew Bulleen beforehand we played them. They are amazing. We knew we'd have to be on it. So I guess we just spoke about runs. We spoke about understanding tempo of the game, time and place. And I just thought we did a good job of knowing when to shoot it, when to hold it, and how to play some D.
Well, congratulations, mate. Go and enjoy it with the team.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff, Steve, and thank you very much to Chris Cameron. Very happy coach, going undefeated all tournament. A bit of a scare there late, but it was certainly just a game of runs, and then Eltham's probably their experience kind of got them home in the end.
Yeah, particularly in that second half of the last quarter, when they were able to get back to some comfortable possessions. They swung Augusta through and was able to hit a big three. They were able to get back downhill. Ferronato getting his feet in the paint. Morey was able to finish a couple, and just through those high percentage looks, they were able to hold on in the end. And credit to Chris and his group and all the things that they've been doing. And it's awesome to see young people and a coach who's really invested in young people have the success that they have.
Let's throw down to the court for the presentations.
Congratulations to both teams for making the goal in the round. It's been a hard tournament as usual in these matches. Teams leading up to the training sessions, and I wish to give a big shout out to the coaching staff, the coaches, the assistant coaches and the team managers, and of course the wonderful long-suffering parents and families that do all the driving around. Very, very glad to be here today. My name is Tony Bates, and I'm always proud to be here on behalf of Victorian Junior Basketball League. And I'd like also to thank one of the meetings team who was here today for the presentations, along with the training staff. We will start by asking our coach Mark from Bulleen to come up for the presentation. Firstly, congratulations to all. This is our third together. Two gentlemen on the court today without any match would not happen. Can we have the referees up? Jack Chamberlain and Tate Whelan, well done.
Thank you very much, Charles. First, start by saying thank you to Bulleen. Great job with you today with your battle. So we'll see you again soon, I'm sure. And I'm positive it's going to be another wrestling. So well done, boys. With our boys, congratulations. We spoke about man by man and you stepped up in the community. I'm really proud of the coaches here in the community. They've done all the right things and motivated each other. So well done, about yourselves. To our parents and families, thank you very much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. Comes to the boys a lot. To our teammates, we feel involved and you are amazing. Thanks for that. And leading and being much better coaches, it's been really fun to do. So thanks a lot. Not done yet. The whole time of the season go. Keep your eyes on the ball and work hard. Riley.
And that is for the England League. And as adjudicated, it goes to Eltham, number 35, Christian Ferranato. All right, ladies and gents, that concludes the presentations. On behalf of the NJC, stay safe, and we'll see you again next time.
Very big congratulations to the Eltham Wildcats, just holding on, beating the Bulleen Boomers 64-62 in an absolute classic. It was a game of runs, but ultimately Eltham's experience proved the better. And congratulations to Sturt, bronze medalists, defeating the Sydney Comets in the bronze medal game, and then to Christian Ferronado, the Vic Metro representative, taking home the MVP with a great performance, showing true leadership and showing his experience, and a very well-deserved MVP. Stick around. Up next, the grand finals keep rolling on. It's the under-16 girls gold medal game between the Bulleen Boomers and the Forestville Eagles. Tipping off at 11:50. You will have Steve Chalmers leading the way, calling all the action. Not too far away, but it's bye for now.